As many of you know, I've done a ton of flashlight reviews, and up today I have a light from a brand new company for me, that being Klarus. This is the, I believe, fairly new ST12 that puts out up to 900 lumens, as you can see there. Here's how the light comes. I appreciate the boxes that are just fairly minimalistic like this. Some of the lights come in just these big overdone boxes, which you're really likely to probably either keep in the closet or more likely just throw out. So I like these fairly minimalistic cases or boxes, as it were. On the back of it here has some of the highlights of the light, the run time, some stuff. We will, of course, get into all this, but let's go ahead and have a look at the light and what you get with it. So it comes with an instruction manual written both in English and, for those of you on the other side of the pond, Chinese. Get that out of the way. With the light comes some accessories. In a little bag here, there is a lanyard, adjustable here. On the other end of the lanyard, there is a pocket clip with the little sort of lobster claw attachment. There you go. Also a keychain ring here that you can use if you like, and a spare O-ring. So let's have a look at the light itself. As you can see, fairly compact size. Uses for this light, it's not a tactical light because of the way the user interface goes, but just general everyday kind of use. Camping, hiking, hunting, keep it on your nightstand, keep it in your bug out bag, keep it in your car, wherever you need some light. This light will work well for all of that. From 80 lumens all the way up to 900 lumens with strobe and an SOS. Shooting either of those, and again, I'll show you those in just a little bit. Let's look at the construction here. On the back, there is a tail cap. The only button is up on the side here, so on the back here, it's a flat tail cap, which will, of course, tail stand. On the back here, there's a hole for putting the lanyard or the keychain or anything else you want to clip in there. The back comes off, and it reveals the battery tube. This will take one 18650 or two CR123s. The battery tube itself comes undone, and this is just simply a tube. And then up into the head there. There are springs on both sides, so the battery will not bounce around in there. And it does have reverse polarity protection, so if you accidentally put in the battery backwards, the flashlight won't blow up. Go ahead and reassemble this. Put the battery back in. All right, down onto the head. There is the single button here, which I'll show you the user interface in a little bit. Around here, it's flat so that it's not going to roll around, and then onto the head has the Klarus name and the model number and the serial number. Up here, there is a steel bezel, going to protect it a little bit, up into the Cree XML2U2 1A LED, which is down in that deep, smooth reflector, putting out up to 900 lumens. The glass here, mineral glass coated for anti-reflection, so you're going to get the max amount of light going on through there. This light, standard with pretty much all flashlights, Type 2 hard anodized aluminum, IPX8 rated, so it's going to take anything you can throw at it, just like most good quality flashlights will. Let's get a look at the user interface. This light has 5 modes. The way you turn it on, everything is done from this button here. Just a short press will have the light come on, and then you just short press and it goes between the 3 outputs. This light goes high to low instead of low to high, so it will do 900 lumens for 2.5 hours, 400 lumens for 5 hours, and 80 lumens for 25 hours. You can double press and it goes into the strobe. It will do that 900 lumen strobe for 7.5 hours. Another double press takes you into the SOS. It's a 400 lumen SOS for 11.2 hours. And then another double press, or single press rather, takes you back into whatever mode you started with. When the light is off, to turn it off, you just long press it for about a second and it goes off. From off, if you double click, it gets you into the strobe, and then you press it again, it goes back to whatever mode it was in. So if it was off, it will turn back off. If the light is on and you're in the strobe, you double press it and it goes back to whatever brightness mode you came in before that. It does also have a mode memory. So if you leave it in whatever mode for more than 3 seconds, so here I believe it's in low, when you turn it off, long press, and you turn it back on, it comes back to the low mode. If we go into the high, We'll leave it there for about 3 seconds. And then when we go to turn it off, it comes back on. There you can see it's back onto the high mode. It also has a lockout feature. If you hold the button down for 5 seconds, it will do a little flash here, and that will show you it's now in lockout. So if you're going to keep this in your bag where things are going to be bumping up against it, this button, it's not that hard to push. And so to protect it from coming on in your bag, you can see here, you can push it and nothing happens. So that will keep it locked out, protect that. The way to get out of the lockout, 3 presses. Doesn't have to be that fast. Double flashes to let you know that you're back out of the lockout mode. When it's in the lockout mode, everything including the SOS and the strobe is locked out, and you can't get back to those until you sort of re-enable the light. The price on this light, I'll put a link to the Amazon description. Really a pretty good deal. For $59.95, you get a package deal of the light itself, an 18650 rechargeable battery, a charger, and a holster. This light doesn't come with a pocket clip. If you want, you can get the pocket clip from the XT11 and it will fit on here, but otherwise, just throw this in your bag, throw it in your pocket, or get that holster and you can carry it that way. But pretty nice light for the money. Let's take it outside and have a look at it in the dark. All right, here I am out in the dark, and just to show you, here is the ST12 button right there, and I'm going to start on full brightness, 900 lumens. And this light actually surprised me just how bright it is out in the dark, how far it throws. I didn't think it would throw this far, but it has a decently focused beam, as you can see there, with a decent amount of flood. So it's a good balance between a lot of throw and a lot of flood, which I think is going to make it a good general purpose light like I was talking about. That's the full 900 lumens going down to the 400. Still bright enough for almost anything you'll need. And then down to the 80. Good for some up close stuff. Decent mild hot spot there with a little bit of flood that's a little bit hard to see here with the camera, but still decent amount there. Back up to the full brightness. Double click, there is the strobe. You can see it's an alternating strobe, and then double click into the SOS. And then back to the full brightness. Go ahead and just walk down there a little bit for you. All right, so there you go, the Klarus ST12. It is a great light for the money, a nice compact size, good amount of flood and throw, nice balance, good general use, everyday kind of light, camping, hiking, emergency use, stick in your bag, whatever you need. The only critique I might have on it is that sometimes the on-off switch is a little bit hard to find. Your finger might gloss over it on the way around in the dark. So I might make that a little bit more tactile, but otherwise, it's a great light. Check one out, the Klarus ST12.